It's, whatever. Okay. All right. Well,
Well, I heard somebody was a murderer. Unfortunately.
I'd like to be close to
Yeah, it's a chick situation. Unfortunately, so.
That's good.
Kids, you know.
Great.
for my freaks being left out.
Yeah, ready to start. Guys?
Right.
Sorry, that's my teacher's voice. Sorry, I have a teacher's voice.
I'd like to call to order a special meeting of the Summers Board of Selectmen. Today is Tuesday, August 18th, 2026. It's 5 p.m. We're in Town Hall Auditorium. The meeting is being live streamed. Please join me with the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We've got a pretty good group out here tonight. We have Brian Wisson. First of all, we have Selectman Meyer on my right and Selectman Schmidt on my left. We have Brian Wissinger on my right, on the CFO. Joanne Nickting, our library director. Todd Rolland, our director of public works and emergency management. Kim Littig, our police administrator. Matt Birdzak, our resident state trooper. Matt Cox, our human services director. Ray Stovall, our fire chief. Samantha, there she is right there. Charette, our rec and leisure services director. And I think that does it.
Did you take these guys over here?
Pardon?
Did you get the...
Yeah, I think I got everybody.
You got everybody, okay. Just want to
I
make
think
sure.
so. But I need to mention. Public comment. Do we have any public comment this evening?
Yes.
Scott Christie, Main Street. I've been before you a number of times now about regulating apartments in the town of Summers. I've been stonewalled on it. I've been denied it. I've been told to go to the zoning board. I've been told it doesn't matter. And I've told you the law on the things. So I'm going to read you a little passage here. And it says that no state shall make or enforce any law which shall abridge the privileges or immunities of citizens of the United States. Nor shall any state deprive any person of life, liberty, or property without due process of law, nor deny to any person within its jurisdiction the equal protection of the law. Last meeting we were in here, I was referred to go to the zoning board. So I'm going to tell you what I found out. In Stafford Springs, zoning regulations are 136 pages. In Ellington, they are 106 pages. In Enfield, next door to us, and 30,000 more people than we are, they're 108 pages. East Windsor has a similar number of pages. Summers, 228 pages. I can't believe you guys can justify that.
I'm not sure what your point is, but...
You know, and I looked through all the activities you prohibit. Waste disposal, hazardous manufacture, dry cleaning, furniture stripping, waste dumps, labs and film developing, stockyards, soap, manufacture explosives or nuclear products, paper manufacturing, wool scouring, paint and varnish manufacturing, creosote manufacturing, blast furnaces, smelting, drop forging, heat treating. You even regulate oyster farming. Cement, lime, gypsum, fertilizer, petroleum, gas, coal distillation, fiberglass manufacture, trailer parks, septic lagoons, junkyards, salvage, racetracks, amusement parks, nuclear power plants, paid hunting, oyster farming, accessory dwelling units, and you don't have any zoning regulations whatsoever on commercial for-hire apartments. You've gone into regulating things that the federal government is supposed to be regulating. You've taken it upon yourself to be the regulator of it and everything else. This is looking silly on your end. Your zoning regulations right now in this town have made this place look like a cotton plantation. All the big McMansions on the house, I've started doing my own records because nobody in the town has been willing to help on construction records in this town. In the past 20 years, you have not added any starter homes at all, but you've added an enormous amount of McMansions.
Oh, yeah, I understand that.
You regulate people out of things. You're not in compliance with your affordable housing laws from 2021. You still haven't submitted a plan for the new plan coming up. You had a development going on in Summersville that you knew wouldn't happen. You knew full well it wouldn't happen. You know it couldn't be built there. You decided to make that the only place to look at. The grant doesn't say that it can't be divided up and moved into multiple projects throughout town. You guys got some serious problems right now with the way you're managing the town. And Mr. King, I'm going to be asking you to recuse yourself from this rental matter going forward, because this has been about landlords having a registry, and because of all the phony LLC corporations that have gone on in Connecticut. You have property at 37 Maple Street that you have registered as an LLC, as a lessor of buildings. And then in your tax records for it says it's apartments. And, I'd be really curious in what the tenant list is for that, because since I've lived in this town, those two buildings have been abandoned, and they are completely out of compliance with the zoning regulations. I've asked our zoning officer to take care of it, but apparently you got a special exemption from our zoning. And all these things, you guys do not look good right now. You guys look like exactly what I'm feeling. You're not interested at all in people who, as I was mocked by you the last time I was in front of you, that I don't pay taxes in this town. I do. I pay taxes through my landlord. I pay a lot. You guys need to get on with regulating things. We have.
Are you almost done with your statement, because we're allowing you only 3 minutes?
I'm done with this. We have a lot of problems with housing in Connecticut, and one of the biggest problems is local town officials.
Thank you. Thanks for your statement. Do we have any other public comment this evening? Presentation by First Selectman. I'd just like to mention, first of all, the great success we had over the weekend with the Summers 250 celebration. I thought it was a great event. I think the ad hoc committee did a terrific job. They've been meeting for months on this, every couple of weeks. We had 11 food trucks. We had bands. We had games for kids. We had, needless to say, the drone show. Very, very popular. We probably had at least somewhere between 1,500 and 2,000 people at the Field Road Park on Saturday night, and we had spectacular weather to support this. And I just want to thank all those involved, and including, of course, people from town. We had great support from fire, police, public works. The library did a great job with your rotating displays. Anyway, so I just want to mention that. I thought it was a great success. In fact, the Board of Selectmen is going to recommend the presentation of the what's the award? Yeah. The Perkosky Public Service Award be given this year to the ad hoc committee for the 250th celebration. So I think we're going to handle that at our second meeting in September, on the 17th of September. I've notified the committee members and that the board supports that, and we'll proceed at that time with that presentation. I also asked Resident Trooper Birdzak to report on the homicide that occurred early this morning. Maybe you could just step forward and just inform people as to what happened and what's occurring as a result.
Thank you, sir. Good evening. So I know everyone's looking for an update on the incident. Unfortunately, I have to kind of put out what our PIO unit has put out so far at this point.
What's a PIO?
PIO is a public relations unit, so they handle the incidents and put out the
Public Information Office.
Information Office, I'm sorry. So they're the ones that put out the information to the public. So I'm going to read what they've had so far here for the incident, and I can add my own take on the incident because I was there. But as far as information for the public goes, we're going to have to keep it to this.
Excellent.
The preliminary reports indicate that today, 8/18/26, at approximately 4 o'clock in the morning, troopers assigned to Troop C in Tallinn responded to a report of a suspicious incident in South Road in Summers. Upon arrival, troopers located one individual with apparent gunshot wounds who was subsequently pronounced deceased. A second individual was located at the scene and has been detained for the purposes of the investigation. There is no ongoing threat to the public. The Eastern District Major Crime Squad has responded to the scene. This investigation is still in its early stages and remains active, fluid, and ongoing. Additional information is not available for release at this time. And on a personal note, I was on scene for approximately 5 hours this morning. I can say that the detectives are working very hard. They've been working all morning, diligently, getting their search warrants done and everything they need to do to proceed in the investigation. And it is moving forward, and hopefully should be wrapping up by the end of the day.
So this is an extraordinary event for Summers. I can't recall something like this ever happening before in the town. What's the procedure for the investigation? Maybe you could just
So
describe
they set
that.
up a perimeter, make sure that the scene is safe, and once they determine the scene is safe and get parties out of the house that need to be out of the house, then now they have to apply for a search warrant to enter that house to do additional searches of that house. So there's a process that's involved with that. They have to speak to the chief state's attorney and get his input on it as well to make sure that all the T's are crossed and the I's are dotted, and make sure that they have all the information they need and he has the information he needs to be able to sign that warrant to enter that house now to a full search of the house.
So have warrants been issued already?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So they're actively.
So we're in the process of an active investigation?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Yep. Very good. Thank you very much.
Stay there because we're just going to do the payments.
Wait a second.
Then he'll be back up again.
Okay.
Yeah, just say, I mean, certainly the thoughts of the board are with the family and those affected. We've all been thinking of them and will continue to. And, also like to thank our first responders who responded, the police as well as the fire paramedics that responded this morning.
Yes,
So
sir.
certainly a tragedy, and we're thinking of all those affected.
Yes, sir.
Great. Thank you very much. Troopers.
Let's do the payments.
So boards and commissions, we have nothing there. Finance, if anything besides presentation payments, we have the CFO's finance report.
Yeah, we've got one transfer and then another one later, but this one is just a transfer. It doesn't require anything new. It's moving monies from the town hall salaries line item to 3 salary lines. And these are for salary adjustments based on the salary survey. These 3 positions were held out, all for different reasons at the time. We're looking to move forward with adjusting those salaries now.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Very
Want to
good.
do the payments?
Yeah, presentation of scheduled payments.
So I'd make a motion do we have to approve the transfer first?
Yep.
Make a motion to approve the budget transfer as presented.
Second.
Any further discussion on the motion? Hearing none, all those in support say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes unanimously. Thank you. Next, we have payment authorization.
Happy to make a motion to authorize the payments in the amount of $1,777,628.82.
I'll second it for $1,077,628.82. Yes.
Yeah, I think one of the reasons it's so high is our bond road maintenance is
Big chunk of it.
$783,000, and our HVAC bonding is somewhere in the range of $25,000 to $30,000.
Yeah.
So that's why this is so much larger than what we're
Right,
used to seeing.
right. Over 800,000 of it's being paid by bond monies. So.
Yeah.
Yep.
Great. Okay, any further discussion on the motion?
What road work was done? So I mean, with the schools were not done this summer, they're next year?
We're going to skip them because we're doing the HVAC next year. I don't want to have trucks running over new pavement.
Okay.
So we're going to bump the list around and do the schools and parks, the final 20, the plan.
Okay.
This year was 5.5 miles of local roads from Heron Pond, Bob's neighborhood, to stuff over here, Maple Ridge, Michelle, all the way up 83 essentially.
So the schools will just be done at the end then?
Yeah, as we get, it'll be done, what is it, the fourth year?
I heard earlier this evening that Selectman Schmidt's road has been completed.
It's 99% complete.
We haven't had the stripes put on it yet, I guess, or the grass planted.
We're happy as we can be. I'll tell you, 33 years I've been waiting for that.
Great to hear that.
No further questions.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in support of the motion say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion passes unanimously. Thank you. Sign that.
I'll be happy.
Updates from boards and commissions, I believe we have none there. Old business, none. New business. Local Traffic Authority approval. Request for the Fourtown Fair parade to utilize local and state roads on Saturday, September 19, 2026. Administrator Liddy, you want to step forward as well? Okay.
So the Fourtown Fair Association is requesting to utilize local and state roadways on Saturday, September 19th, 2026 for their annual Fourtown Fair Parade. The parade will begin at 10 o'clock in the morning. However, roadways will be closed starting at 9 o'clock and expected to reopen around 12 o'clock noon. The parade route is as follows. Staging will be at the Summers Congressional Church on Battle Street and the Town Hall parking lots. The parade will begin westbound on Main Street, Route 190, from the staging area, turn left southbound onto South Road, Route 83, turn right southbound onto Field Road, continue southbound on Egypt Road, and end at the Fourtown Fairground on Egypt Road. The detour route is as follows. Mountain View Road to Gulf Road to Turnpike Road to Battle Street to Stebbins Road to Four Bridges Road to Sokol Road to Main Street again. And there's an attached map as well, reference. The parade route and detour plan remain unchanged from previous years, and there have been no major incidents associated with this event. Officers and Public Works personnel will be on site to assist with traffic control and road closures. And I recommend that the local traffic authority approval for the event.
Very good.
Were they late in submitting it this year, the fair, or?
No, they submitted it timely, yeah.
Okay.
Are they not doing the 5K this year? Like the run that they do before it? Are they?
I have not
Stopped
heard.
that a couple of years ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We were going to
Really
stop it
stopped
for
that.
1 year, but we still haven't heard more on that.
All right.
Good question.
Okay.
So I would have to say to motion to approve the Fourtown Fair Parade to utilize local and state roadways on Saturday, September 19th, 2026.
Second that.
Any further discussion on the motion? Hearing none, all those in support say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion passes unanimously. Thank you. Request to hire Peter LeCue. Is that how you put it?
LeCue, sir.
LeCue, okay. Okay, to fill an open position as a part-time day shift police officer.
Yes, sir.
Wow.
So the town of Summers currently has a budgeted opening for a part-time day shift patrol police officer with starting salary of $33.73 per hour. Police Administrator Kim Liddick and I would like to recommend Peter LeCue for this position, contingent upon him successfully passing all testing phases. Peter recently retired as a Connecticut State Trooper, where he served the state of Connecticut for over 20 years, holding various positions, including patrol trooper at Troop C in Tallinn and at Troop H in Hartford, and an in-service assistant coordinator at the Connecticut State Police Academy in Marion. Peter was a field training officer for over 13 years. Peter LeCue meets all the criteria for this position. On August 12th of 26, he completed a written and oral board exam per Post C standards conducted by First Selectman Keeney, Kim Liddick, Kim LaFleur, and myself. Peter successfully passed all portions of the examination. To continue the testing process, we respectfully request your recommendation to hire Peter LeCue as a Summers police officer. With your recommendation, Peter will continue with the pre-employment hiring process to include a psychological exam, a polygraph exam, and a urine analysis exam for illicit drugs. And thank you for your consideration.
Okay, do we have a motion on this?
Yes, make a motion to hire, or to extend a conditional offer of employment to Peter LeCue for the position of part-time day shift police officer with an hourly rate of $33.73, and the start date to be determined as presented.
Second.
Any further discussion on the motion? Hearing none, all those in support say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion passes unanimously. By the way, I just wanted to mention, I've forgotten earlier that Resident Trooper Matt Birdzak is going to be departing the town, unfortunately. He's been promoted for doing such a great job. He's been promoted to sergeant. He's moving to another position that warrants such an officer, and we're sorry to miss you. We've been here how many months? 8 or 9 months?
About 6, sir.
6, okay. It just seems long. And I'm sorry you're going to be leaving us, and this is probably the last time the Board of Selectmen will have seen you. But thank you for everything you've done. You've done a great job. You represent the town well. You live as a resident of Summers, and your kids are in school here, which is awesome. You'll be replaced by Resident Trooper Jeremy Shepard on the 7th of September, who was also interviewed by state troopers in Troop C back in, when was that, in November? December.
I came here in March, so it was prior to March.
Okay.
A couple months.
January, maybe.
Might have been November, so that sounds right.
Okay, but he was also certainly interviewed, very impressive individual, and look forward to seeing Officer Shepard arrive. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
I've enjoyed my time here, and it was a hard decision to make, but I think it's the right decision for my family. So.
Well, I'm good. I'm very supportive of anyone that's advancing themselves in their career, but we're just sorry we didn't have more time with you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for being on board with us. We
Thanks.
appreciate it.
Chief Stovall.
How are you doing tonight?
Request to hire Scott Mingay as a part-time paramedic with a tentative start date of 23rd of August, 2026.
Yes, this request is being made to fill a anticipated part-time vacancy. One of our part-timers is being hired by Wallingford Fire full-time. He's going to be able to stay, but there's going to be about a 6-month period where we're not going to see him at all while he gets to the academy and is onboarding, and he picks up a ton of
Who is that?
that is Kyle Zarant, one of our part-timers, part-time paramedics.
What's he doing?
He got hired by the Wallingford Fire Department full-time. So we're going to miss him for at least 6 months. He's not going to be able to pull any shifts in Summers. And then after that, he's going to be very limited on his availability.
Part-time only,
Yeah,
Correct,
I
yep.
understand that.
Yeah, part-timer. So Scott Mingay previously served with the Summers Fire Department, coming on board in November of 2020. In 2022, he became a full-timer. And then he left shortly after to go to Bradley International Airport, where he is still serving today. He left us in 2025. I would think he would be a great hire. He's since moved back to town. He lives in town currently, and I would definitely like to bring him on board. He would have a start date of August 23rd, and he'd be an entry-level rate of $32.07. And I did interview him today, and everything seems above board.
Yeah, I recall he was an outstanding member of the force earlier.
Absolutely, and it's nice because he's already trained on our equipment, so we can plug him in and he can go right to work.
Sounds good.
That's
So I'd
great.
like to make a motion to hire Scott Mingay. Is that correct?
Mingay.
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 Thank you for correcting me.
Yeah.
Mingay as a part-time paramedic with a tentative start date of 8/23/26.
I'll second that.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in support say aye.
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 Aye. Motion
Thank you,
passes unanimously.
Thank you, Chief.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, Chief.
Next, Director Nick. We're being requested to authorize the Board of Selectmen to sign and authorize on a cash bequest from the trust established from the Summers Public Library by S. Presley Blake in the amount of $500,000.
Yes.
Just explain this to us and what your plans are.
Yes. Mr. Blake had created a trust back in 1988, and at that time he put in there that at the time of his death or his wife's death, whichever one came last, the library would receive $500,000. And
That's not chump change.
no, not at all. When Mr. Blake died, we received a letter from his attorneys down in Florida, just giving us the information about it, a copy of the portion of his will that had that information, the trustee information, the attorneys, and all that. Mrs. Blake died, I think, probably over a year ago now, and we reached out in March because we hadn't heard anything, and we reached out to the attorneys down in Florida and just inquired about it, and that got the ball rolling. And so there was a bit of paperwork involved. We had to show we were tax exempt. That got stalled for reasons I'm not sure of, so we...
Because of the federal government.
Well, then his attorneys also, but we got our attorneys involved in it. They contacted Mr. Blake's attorneys. Between the two, they're satisfied with our tax exemption status, and we now have the paperwork to fill out to send to get going on that. And
Sounds like a lot of expensive attorney time was spent on this.
probably, yeah.
Are you a lawyer now?
That's the way it works.
I'm telling you. Anyway, we do have a few forms. One of them, actually two of them, need to be signed by Mr. Keeney. And there's another one here, and this was put together by our attorneys, not theirs, and it needs to be signed by all three selectmen. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's like an incumbency. Yeah, it's like a.
Yeah.
Okay.
Never heard of that before. What is it?
It's like an incumbency thing. Sometimes the town clerk will attest, but it's just saying that we authorize you to act on our behalf. That's all it says.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is,
I mean, I'm fine with all of
I
it.
think there's something needs to be witnessed from
Yeah, something needed.
one of the ones that took signs.
Yeah, one of them needed, it looked like it needed a notary.
Yeah.
Yeah, which the town clerk should.
Well, yeah, we'll do, we just, that's a formality, we'll take care
That
of it.
one
Yeah,
is
take care of that tomorrow.
We'll just authorize you to
This
sign it on
one's
behalf
there,
of the
This
town.
one is the three of you, so you're there.
Joanne, just a couple questions. Number one, this is great news. Thank you for bringing
Yeah.
this forward. Are there any restrictions on the funds?
No.
Okay.
No.
So the funds then, and Brian, you've reviewed this, you're all set with everything. So it will be deposited into the library's trust
Correct.
fund, and then it will be under the jurisdiction of the
The library.
the library board of trustees.
Yep.
Okay. So I'd make a motion to approve the
Authorization.
the cash bequest from a trust established by the Summers Public Library by S. Presley Blake in the amount of $500,000, and authorize the first selectman to sign any documents related to such trust.
Okay.
Right.
Second?
I'll second that.
Any further discussion on the motion? Hearing none, all those in support say aye.
Aye. Thank you for doing this.
All right.
Right.
Thank you very much.
I can get those copies when...
Where's the one the three of us have to sign?
Yeah, but also,
Where did that
I
go?
think one needs to be notarized, so maybe
Yeah, Tim will
if
do
somebody
that.
Tomorrow.
could do
There's the
that
one.
tomorrow and then just give them to me. I have an envelope they want me to
Put everything in it.
FedEx it or something like that.
And
so,
why don't you just stop by tomorrow and we'll, here you go.
yeah. Actually, I'll do Thursday. I'm going to be out of town tomorrow, so I can do it.
Okay. I'll be here.
All right. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
I'll hang out with these if you want.
Yeah. So just take care of those, get it notarized, and then I'll swing by and
And
pick them up.
witnessed, yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. Next on the agenda, request approval to proceed with the Community Funds Common Grant application for senior center raised bed garden beds. Ms. Charette, Director Charette, I should say.
Good evening. I'm here today to request approval to proceed with the Summers Community Fund from the Greater Hartford Gives Foundation grant application on behalf of the Summers Senior Center. Using the town as a fiscal sponsor, the name of this project is Cultivating Community Raised Garden Beds for Senior Wellness. We are requesting grant funds in the amount of $1,829.49 for this project. This request is twofold. It will first fund 4 raised garden beds in addition to necessary supplies to start a community garden program, tools, soil, watering supplies, etc. We'll also fund a healthy cooking class for participants of the senior center. A couple notes, the garden beds are movable so they can be transitioned into storage during the winter months, so they will not impede on DPW from plowing or parking, that sort of thing. Garden beds are raised to allow participants of all abilities to participate. We anticipate this project will help boost morale as we navigate the effects of a difficult budget season. We also hope to collaborate, bring in speakers knowledgeable on the topic of gardening to supplement this project. And we plan to track participation through our software, My Senior Center, focus groups, and from the quantity of produce harvested. A couple of the main goals: increase opportunities for physical activity and outdoor engagement, promote healthy eating through the cultivation of fresh herbs and veggies, decrease social isolation of participants through community involvement and working towards a common goal, and enhancing knowledge of gardening and nutrition through the implementation of educational workshops. Timeline, based on if we are granted funding, we would purchase supplies early spring, March, April, have a growing season of April to November, weather dependent, and then, after the initial investment, potentially purchasing additional beds and supplies based on the popularity. You have in your packet the entire grant application that was submitted for your review, and I'm happy to answer any questions.
Got a couple of questions. Where would you store these when you're not using them for growth?
We have the shed at the senior center, or we also have space in the basement at Kibbe Fuller that we could put them in.
Okay. And how did you find out about this grant to begin with? I'm curious.
My predecessor, Maureen, had worked on submitting grants in the past for the organization. I am also a resident of Vernon, and I was on the Vernon Community Fund myself, so I know of their mission and that sort of thing. I got grant funding for the East Windsor Community Fund at my previous position, so.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Well, thank you very much.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like a good proposal. And Brian, you good with that?
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks good. I mean, thanks for taking the initiative.
So I guess we need to authorize her proceeding with the grant.
To make a motion to approve the application to the Community Fund, common grant application for the Senior Center raised garden beds as presented.
Second.
Any further discussion on the motion? Hearing none, all those in support say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes unanimously. Thank you very much.
Thank
Great job. Director Cox.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Good to see all of you. So thank you for having me. I'm here to request permission to move Jen Grigger, who is our Youth Services Coordinator, into the Prevention Coordinator position that was recently vacated by Ariana Flagg, who left town.
15th of September. August, right?
Yep. She left recently to start her own business. Jen has done an exceptional job with Youth Services. She and Ariana worked very closely. She's attended the annual CADCA conference, multiple professional developments. She's about to take a training to become certified to teach the Healthy Futures curriculum for children who are caught vaping or smoking at school.
Does she get the qualifications for this position?
She does. She does.
Which are?
Having broad knowledge of prevention work in the community, federal resources, local resources, experience training and working with children as well as with adults, parents that we often engage with. She worked very closely with Ariana the past 2 years on all of the different events and activities of the program. One of the things that many people don't understand about Summer's coalition is that one of the key strategies is around youth engagement, family engagement, positive youth development as a core strategy to work with folks and help them get the confidence, the skills, the social capital to be able to have refusal skills, to understand how to make good decisions, wise judgments. And we do that through the Teen Center. We do that through various other trainings and programs that we offer.
So it's not like she's got some skills from her current job she's definitely bringing into her new job.
No, definitely. Yeah. Definitely.
So the youth services coordinator becomes vacant.
That would be vacant, and then we would hire for that one after it's vacated.
And are both these positions covered by the grant?
No. So the Drug-Free Communities position, the prevention coordinator, is 100% covered for all salary and benefits. The Youth Service Bureau position is half covered by a grant from the Department of Children and Families, and the other half we had intended to patch into the Drug-Free Communities program. We're just trying to figure out if that's actually going to work, and so it could ultimately become a part-time position.
Okay. Great. So we need a motion on this.
I'll recommend to move Jen
Gregor.
From the Youth Services Coordinator position to the Prevention Coordinator with an annual salary of $62,000.
$62,500.
60. Okay, it was. I'm sorry. It said 62 here. Thank you.
62,500.
I'll second that.
Just a typo.
I guess that's my question. So you're thinking then that the youth services may become part-time?
It could. I'm still working with Brian on budget issues, but it could be.
Well, it's because we don't think we have enough money in DFC, or because
combination?
It's $125,000 a year, right?
It's $125,000 a year, but between salary and benefits, $180,000 on that. So really, it's $25,000.
Oh, because the friend.
And then we're getting about $25,000-$30,000 on
the state
DCF. For the DCF grant that covers YSB. And so you start looking at when are the peaks? You know, when are they really being utilized? The teen center is probably they're probably the youth services coordinator's biggest
challenge. Yeah.
And so to make sure that they're there for those hours, you don't need full-time job.
No, that makes sense. Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, Matthew.
Yeah.
Any further discussion? All those in support of the motion say aye.
Aye.
The motion
Thank you.
passes unanimously. Thank you. Director Rollins.
Good evening. My first request is a CIP request for improvements to the Blake Room at the library. This would be painting the walls and refinishing the floors. It's been about 9 years since this has been done. The proposed costs are $6,000 for the painting and $8,000 for the floor refinishing. However, this would be paid out of the library's endowment, which the library board has already approved, so no cost to the general fund. But because of the cost of these things, it does have to go through the CIP process, which starts here with this board. So I'm requesting approval to move this on to the CIP committee for the improvements of repainting the Blake Room walls and refinishing the hardwood floor in the library.
So we're saying $6,000 to paint the
Paint the walls.
Walls, and then how much?
$8,000 to refinish the floor.
$8,000 for the floors. Okay.
I mean, I'm good with it. I mean, I think it's another example, though, Brian, like we talked in the past. I mean, these small dollar to make them go through a 5-step process for something like this. I mean, I think when we rewrite the
I think Todd and I have talked about it in the past as well. increasing that threshold, because right now the $5,000 limit is the threshold.
It doesn't make sense.
And
Yeah.
I mean, almost everything.
It's probably set in the 80s, $5,000.
Probably.
Yeah, I mean, this could have been done in July, but
Yeah.
Okay.
we were waiting for the budget to pass, and then the CIP process doesn't,
I'm in
we don't
favor
meet
of it.
until September. So.
So I make a motion to approve the CIP request for the library as presented.
Second?
All those, any further discussion on the motion? Hearing none, all those in support say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion passes. Thank you.
Thank you. My second request is to participate in the Tired Stewardship Program, which became effective last year. This is very similar to our e-waste program at the recycling center, our mattress care program, our paint care program. Currently, we do charge residents per tire to dispose of tires because it costs us to use a vendor to come and pick them up and dispose of them. It starts at $5 a tire and goes up from there. Under this program that the state has rolled out, it would be no cost to our residents. They could bring their tires for free.
How do we get that word out to them where they're actually
Oh,
not
if
having
you
to
approve
pay?
it, it'll get out about it.
Don't worry about that. This will get out.
We'll get the word out. And there's really no downside. The handling of the tires is no difference to us. We have to get the site inspected by these folks, but we already have a covered storage unit for the tires, so I don't think it's a heavy lift. And frankly, we would just request that authorize the first selectman to sign the agreement with the Tired Stewardship Council.
Sounds good.
Need a motion for this?
Okay. Happy to make a motion to request us, the town, to participate in the Tired Stewardship Program at the transfer station and have the first selectman approve it.
First selectman to sign the documents.
Yeah. First selectman sign
Any
it.
further discussion on the motion? Hearing none, all those in support say aye. Aye, motion passes unanimously. Thank you.
Thank you. My last request is to create a safety line item in our budget, in the DPW budget. We were recently inspected by OSHA, as they are required to do every town by the federal government. Through that inspection, they inspected every facility in town, not excluding the schools and fire and police, and of course, they found things that we need to correct. The greatest thing is the lack of a hazard communication plan townwide, as well as we need to update our SDS sheets in every facility, and we have to train all the staff. We would like to hire HazCom LLC to conduct that. The other things they found, we've corrected most of them already. I have made up a list of just make it easier for myself and everybody else.
Yeah, the paperwork they have to put up with alone is just extraordinary.
Thank you. Thank you.
I get to do
I
that.
guess I
It's
read.
for every block is for each location that we went through.
OSHA.
You know, things that we're working through right now, that we're still working on the grates at the dog pound and some other ancillary things. But we're working through all of this. It happens every 10 years by statute, by federal statute, if not sooner. We've corrected all the physical items, or 90% of all the physical items, but now it's a lot of paperwork and reporting and creating a program for all of the staff throughout town to comply with. So in order to do that, we don't have really anything in the budget for safety line items. We take it from other line items, and this would make it a lot cleaner. I'm also requesting a transfer from the contingency fund in the amount of $13,643 to be put into this new line item that Brian will create. $13,643.
Thank you.
Which is what we need to pay this company to come in and do our HazCom and SDS. And lockout tagout for DPW.
Do you need more money than that in the fund to support it going forward?
Yeah, it would be an annual fee for the SDS and the online portal, which we would do for 3 years and then see how it's going. At some point, we might take it over ourselves once we're confident that we can. The annual fee is $5,500, I believe.
All right.
But the $13,000 is part of that annual fee.
What's the breakdown for the 13,000? So it's
HazCom, lockout tagout, hearing conservation for highway, well, for DPW, building emergency action plan, and then SDS sheets for 3 years, an online portal for the animal control, fleet, highway, parks, recycling center, town hall, and senior center, as well as training for the staff.
Okay.
Okay, sounds
We
good.
need a motion for this.
It should be noted that cost has drastically reduced from the original.
Yeah, the fines that they started at were 10,000, and when we went through and did them all, they reduced them down to 8 as we were correcting things as we were going through the inspection. And then we had our informal meeting with them a couple weeks ago, because we've made such great progress, and they typically do this, they've reduced down to just over $4,000 in fines for all of this stuff here. So that's, we've saved $6,000 off the top of the fines. But we are under deadlines to comply with all. They've given us different deadlines for the different things to get up to speed and show proof that we've complied with everything that we were dinged on.
That's how
So we have to do this.
Right, of course.
So, Tom, you're looking for a budget transfer here of
Correct.
$13,643.
Correct.
Okay, I'm happy to make a motion to approve the budget transfer.
Second it.
All those reports of the motions, any further discussion on the motion?
Is there any opportunity with the schools on this to collaborate, partner? I know that, I think they're looking for some of this training. I know they're getting inspected as well. I mean, just sometimes we bring this in, it's a lot of money, and the schools need to do it as well. So, I mean, if we can partner with them on anything in a small town.
I can ask. I've sent Stephanie all of this because she did ask about it, because they're expecting to get inspected soon.
Right.
I understand Kenosha is looking at schools next.
They are.
I don't know when that'll be, so we're cooperating with the schools and sharing the information. I don't know if we could, I don't know what their plan is. Are they going to develop a HASCOM?
Good question.
for all
But I
the
mean,
schools?
they're
I
needing
just don't.
staff, they're going to need lockout, tag out, they're going to need
Yeah.
confined space, they're going to need all those things. So, I
Right.
mean, if we're doing the class, I think we should probably do it all together.
Well, she had asked about, because we do OSHA 30, as I've done that forever since I've been here with everybody at DPW get recertified every 5 years. Unfortunately, we just did it last year.
Yep.
But I did send her the information of the trainer that we used, and partnering for OSHA 10, we could possibly do that, although those used to be free through KERMA. I don't know if they do them anymore, but they are part of the Public Works Academy that I send everybody in DPW to when they start with us. There's a lot of
Question,
training
though,
that goes
does
on.
the school have a procedure for handling this? I mean, if they haven't done it in 10 years.
It's probably like us. I mean, we do some things, and the other things we didn't do or didn't know about, and every time we get inspected, it's something different that they're focusing on for whatever serious
Their priorities,
injuries or
right.
fatalities nationwide, so they're looking at specific things. Okay. I mean, the good news is it's every 10 years seems to have run that way.
But yeah, I mean, this is stuff we should stay in compliance.
Right.
Regardless of whether they're, I mean.
Well, now that we know,
workplace-
like last time we fixed everything that
Yeah.
we were supposed to do, now this is new. Now that we know, we're going to have a program and keep that moving.
Yeah, it makes
Just
sense.
So hopefully we'll have less violations in the future.
different.
Different.
Less, probably, but it's always something.
Don't be too optimistic. Right.
Yeah, their job is to find something.
Right.
Any further discussion on the motion? Hearing none, all those in support say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion passes unanimously. Thank you.
Thank you.
And I have the minutes from the August 6th meeting, which I did not attend.
I had a couple edits to them. Number one, I think under roll call, the list of attendees, and then at the end it says many concerned residents. I don't know if we need the descriptor concerned. I think just residents attended, so I don't know that we could read their mind. I think the second item was under CFO report update. It says that the new Board of Finance chair, there's a typo in his name. And it said he's considering codifying fiscal policies as town ordinances. I mean, I think he would make a request or a proposal to do that.
Yep.
So, I
Yep.
mean, that would be under the Board of Selectmen to enact an ordinance.
Yep.
So I think I'd just modify it to say that. And then I think when we made the motion for STV and SK Mechanical, I changed the wording deliberately from what was in the agenda. It's not to enter contract negotiations, it's to enter into a contract with them. So we already kind of knew the terms, it's just to allow the first selectman to actually execute an instrument, so those edits.
Okay.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 edits. I'd make a motion to approve as amended. Good to you, Brian.
Yeah,
We'll capture all those.
I'll second that.
Any further discussion on the motion? Hearing none, all those in support say aye.
Aye.
Motion approved.
Make a motion to adjourn.
Adjourn.
Thank you.
6:48.
5:49.
5:49.